I guess it sounds good. It sounds good to me. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl. We are down here, girl. I'm trying to keep my eyes open because I know y'all be thinking I'm coming on here that I've been doing Chief Rocka, number one Chief Rocka, and I have not had had nothing. I have had nothing to smoke this morning at all. So my eyes are wide open. It's just how my eyes are. Okay, for the new people. I actually have no idea what's going on. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stop by. We are down here, girl. Let's see what's going on.
I sponsor the now. I sponsor the blog.
Let's go down to the blogs and see what's going on. So who are we gonna go to first? Ding 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 ding. Let's go to the Jasmine brand. We always go to the Jasmine brand. It says 57 new posts. All right. Thank you. Okay, so it says Beyonce seemingly confirms tour for Act 3. Holla at ya when I come on tour again. Oh, at the end of her, she said something to Paul McCartney. She says, "Holla at ya when I come on tour again." Okay, so that's a little note, a little note. I don't actually like. I think like I'm just scrolling. I'm on the Jasmine brand. So what I do is come down here. I go to the blogs. I don't have anything to talk about. Me as a Virgo, I am typically one to do. I used to want to do things like buy the book. I wanted to have an agenda. I want to have everything planned out before I came down here. So part of my learning and my unlearning the rigidity of my personality and wanting to do things like buy the book, I come down here with no agenda. So I come down here with nothing to talk about. And then we just figure out what we talk about as I go through the blog. So we use the gossip blogs, come down here. We talk about some reality shows and stuff like that. Um, social commentary, pop culture, things going on in the blogs. What we do when we're standing in line at the grocery store, checking out, we just grab one of the little magazines and we start flipping through it. So we talk about that. I read the comments, I read your comments. And girl, we just down here. It's nothing major, it's nothing formal. We're just down here. I share some stories sometimes, share ideas that I have. Sometimes they will align with yours, sometimes they won't. A lot of the times, for a long, 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 long time, I'm an old lady now, but for a long, 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 long time, a lot of the ways that I thought, because we didn't have access to so many people via social media and the internet and what have you, and technology or what have you. So a lot of the ways that I thought, I know that other people may have thought the same, but they weren't close enough in proximity to me for me to understand like that I wasn't alone in the way that I thought. So I'm down here speaking to the people who are outside of the box, outside of the matrix, who, even though we might participate in some aspects of it because we are living under that system, we are actually observers of it and being able to decode the shit that we're seeing and make it a better place for people to exist and also be safer. But just talking about the things that are happening down on the internet or whatever in the news, and then using those public figures to kind of like as examples of what not to do, what to do, what it looks like, what your experience are. So we're just down here sharing. I was thinking about something the other day. I was like thinking about how people say, I don't always agree with you. And it's so odd that we have to kind of make those proclamations. And I know that y'all do that to like say, like, yeah, there's some things that you think that I don't necessarily agree with. And I thought to myself, I wouldn't want anybody in the space who was 100% in agreement with me. That's one of the reasons why I got off of Facebook, is because I felt like it was an echo chamber, and I felt like I was like, and then I felt like what was being said in the echo chamber was static to me. And it was a shock for me. I was like, I can't believe I know these people. Like the way y'all think and the thoughts that you have and your perspective on things. I'm like, did we grow up in the same era? Like the things that I just, it really broke up a lot of like, I guess lies. I don't know. Like, even though you thought like people that you even grew up with and are the same age, and you're like seeing their political views and seeing their social views about things, and seeing how they feel about, like a lot of the guys that I went to high school with, I'm looking at them, I'm like, oh, this is how you think, this is what you think about women. And I'm like, where did you learn this from? We was raised we was raised in the same area. How did you learn this? So I don't know. I'm like, we was raised in the same generation. Who taught you this? How did you come up with this? And I'm sure they looking at me like, what happened to Erica? How come she has these views? But I've always had these views, though. It's so crazy though that I've always had them. But it's funny to have like you have like contradicting views, even though you participate in it. So it's like you don't agree. It's like, what am I doing this for? And then that's how you understand, like, oh, I'm participating in something that I feel like I have to participate in. I don't necessarily have to participate in it. And as I'm participating in it, it's actually affecting me emotionally, mentally, physically. I don't and understanding that I don't have to participate in it. I just actually don't I don't have to do this. There's no requirement for me to participate in this system. So that's where I sit, is not participating in the things. Its coffee is so good. I can't wait to have some more. So welcome. I'm an old lady. I'm an old lady, but I don't live in a shoe and I don't have a bunch of cats. I have 2 kids and a dog. And a dog. 2 kids and a dog. Maxine Sugarbaker Shaw, attorney at law. Um, okay, let's see what we're talking about here. Slim Thug confronts an alleged stalker caught sleeping in his garage and claims she also showed up at his gym daily. Stay the fuck away from me. Oh, you don't like for somebody to feel like somebody is preying on you and stalking you and watching you? You don't like the way it feels? Oh, let's read it. Oh no, it says this is from the Jasmine brand. Slim Thug had a shocking start to his day after discovering a woman sleeping in his garage. Oh my God. The Houston rapper shared footage of the bizarre encounter, demanding, how the hell did you get in here? The woman, suitcase in hand, appeared disoriented. Slim Thug said she shown up before at his gym and other familiar spots. Why are you sleeping in my garage? She asked. Stay the fuck away from me. This shit is sick. Following a burglary at his Houston penthouse in April, Slim Thug's sense of vulnerability has only grown. Despite keeping calm, his message was firm: respect my privacy is not optional. A stalker would have been excited to see him and get close to him. That lady is homeless and looking for someone to sleep and shower. I don't think she cared about stalking him at all. Somebody said, get a restraining order. Somebody said, girl, he's not that fine. He's not rich. He's not a mega star, and he's not stalking material. Let me tell you something what I've heard about Slim Thug. I heard that he does have a lot of money. Yeah, he's not a slouch when it comes to that. Hopefully. Okay. Yeah, he's not. He has money, and I think he just keeps to himself, stays quiet, smokes his weed, get on the internet, talk, give his opinions, although they're archaic and kind of creepy and weird. And it's ironic that you feel creeped out by somebody stalking you, but we just watched you a few weeks ago sit in your car and talk about a woman with shorts on and tell everybody that it's okay for people to talk to her crazy because she has shorts on and she's basically has her body on display so people can come and say whatever the fuck they want to say to her. I ain't forgot. We got a whole file on you, Slim Thug. Okay, a whole file on you. We could pull it at any motherfucking time.
Tired ass, po ass, raggedy ass, slow ass niggas.
Girl, I done kept a file on your favorite Houston rapper. Okay. No, my favorite Houston rapper is Megan the Stallion. Okay. These comments are giving scary. Imagine if she actually hurt this man and took his life. Y'all would be saying what he should have done, regardless of how you perceive him to be. It's his place in his life, and he decides who he wants in his home and in his life, celebrity or not celebrity. If she's homeless, why not ask for help versus stalking? Why put another person in an uncomfortable position? How are you comfortable breaking into someone's home? We got to do better. How is she homeless but goes to the gym? Well, there's a lot of people who don't have homes who use the gym to go to take showers and stuff like that. So they have gym memberships so they can take showers. That's like a real thing. It's a real thing. What was that? Did you hear that? I heard that. I understand in a way, but bruh, act like Denzel Washington outside of Texas. People barely know you. Okay, let's see. The fuck? This shit's supposed to be locked down. How the fuck you came through the building? You came through the building? How the hell you get up in here? You came through the garage and climbed up here. Man, get your crazy. Man, get your psycho ass the fuck up out of here, man. Stay the fuck away from me. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? This shit is sick, man. This bitch be at the gym every day, and now this bitch is sleeping in my garage when I come outside. How did you get in? Hey, man. Message. To all you slow motherfuckers on here talking about I should have did something for this homeless lady. This is not just a homeless lady. This is a fucking stalker. This lady shows up to my gym when I have my kids with me. This lady is not just showing up and sleeping in my garage and I don't know her. She's showing up to my apartment and sleeping in my fucking apartment garage, popping up everywhere I'm at. This is a fucking stalker, you slow motherfuckers. Y'all find and get her the fuck away from me if y'all give a damn so much. Or y'all bring her to your house. Let her come sleep at your house. I don't give a damn what y'all say. I'm not having no compassion for no goddamn stalker. If you care, go find her, motherfucker. She be threatening me all kind of shit on the motherfucking internet. Fuck you. Hey, man. That was kind of funny though. It's the accent. It's the accent. It's funny to me. But I saw a comment saying that was an angel or something like that, and you failed the test to help out somebody who really needed help. But if she's stalking you, and then it's so crazy how you don't want to be stalked, but you can sit on the street and make comments about what another woman has on and make and act like it's okay for you to say things about another woman. Watch, I want y'all to hear Slim Thug. I'm gonna see how fast I can find that. Woman shorts. Here it is. That's crazy how I found it that fast. Here it is. Look. I ain't giving nobody none. Ain't that some bullshit, y'all? You can't be out here false advertising like that. What the fuck? I let her ass in them short ass shorts and she don't want to give nobody none. False advertisement. I told her she better give somebody some every weekend. Wow, you got all your ass out and you ain't giving nobody none. If you got right, you remember that? Why you got all your ass out and you ain't giving nobody none? Yep, I ain't forgot. We got a whole file on your ass, you funky cock nigga. Okay, let's go and see what else is happening. R. Kelly overdose in his prison cell, rushed to hospital. Overdose on what? Overdose on what? What did he have to overdose on? Noodles? Oodles of noodles? What the fuck did he have to overdose on? You're not gonna get me to raise my shoulder on no dumb shit. I don't give a fuck. Let him overdose. Let his heart explode in his goddamn chest and convulse until he fucking swallow his tongue and choke on his goddamn tongue. Whatever strife R. Kelly experiences, I feel like who gives a fuck? Like that's how I feel like I don't care. Girl, you was harming children, not just adults, but children. Off with your motherfucking head. You lucky you able to walk around with a head. You lucky you still have a head that you are able to take something to overdose. Go ahead, go all the way out. Take yourself out, nigga. You a bitch ass nigga anyway. You a bitch ass nigga anyway. You narcissistic enough not to want to take yourself out of here. Very alarming news. R. Kelly's attorney claims the singer suffered from a serious overdose while in solitary confinement after being given extra medication by prison staff. Oh yeah, because you know he don't know how to read. According to All Hip Hop, the 58-year-old was placed in isolation in a North Carolina prison on Tuesday, June 11th. 2 days later, on June 12th, staff allegedly administered additional medication. The next morning, R. Kelly reportedly collapsed in his cell, experiencing dizziness, vision loss, and fainting. He was rushed to Duke University Hospital, where doctors determined he had been given a life threatening dose and kept him under observation for 2 days. His legal team now alleges the overdose was intentional and came just days after they accused prison officials of plotting to harm him. No further details have been released. Let's read some of the comments. Shout out to Justin. And he's doing it on purpose to get out. Not y'all praying for a predator. I don't remember God having these stipulations on praying for someone. Cast the first stone then. The fact that y'all saying don't pray for him shows how much you know about God. No, the God that you were told to serve, you were told to forgive people even though they harm you. You were taught, that's what you're taught, but that's by design. That's why you're taught those things. Right. You're not, you're taught to be this, the bigger person. Right. I'm the bigger person. You're also taught to signal to your community, I'm praying for you. Right. That got my mom fucked up. That got my mom, when I tell you that got my mom fucked up and got her child to never speak to her again. Because she told a motherfucker she was praying. The motherfucker who harmed her daughter, she told that motherfucker she was praying for him. And I cut her ass off. Fuck around and find out. Pray for somebody who's my motherfucking enemy, bitch. I don't, girl, try to play that bigger person shit. That's why I get y'all fucked up around here. Y'all be online like Drew. Oh, my husband, because we have kids together. Y'all got the same kids together, and he don't give a fuck about you. Y'all got the same kids together. Y'all got to stop letting people mistreat you, and then acting like we're cool, and then acting being like, oh well, I'm praying. No, we're not praying for nobody. If you're fucking trying to harm me, I'm not praying for you. I'm gonna pray you find somebody else to fuck with. That's the only prayer I'm praying for you. Find somebody else to fuck with. All that, oh, I got a signal. That's all encompassed in your Father God religion, teaching you how to be a goddamn doormat while somebody else is around here harming people. Why in the fuck would you pray for somebody who harmed children? Pray for his victims instead of praying for his ass. Fuck R. Kelly. Like I said, that motherfucker can choke on his tongue. He can convulse until he chokes on his own motherfucking vomit. I wouldn't give a damn. My comment is, do y'all want something from the elote man? Exactly. Tell him mucho chile for me. Oh my goddamn elote. Girl, you give a fuck? Oh, R. Kelly? R. Kelly. All these niggas y'all be praying for that have harmed people. Pray for their victims instead of praying for them. Girl, please. Why would give anybody in solitary confinement extra meds? See, you will pick me. You skipping words and shit. I thought I'd be skipping words. This is like what a kid tries to make themselves throw up so they can stay home from school. Y'all are so gullible. He's trying to get out by saying they're trying to kill him. I mean, I don't know. This man did some stuff to people that is that his is currently in jail for. Then he was given medication, I guess, to take him out allegedly. But am I supposed to feel sorry for him or his victims? His victims, exactly. No points for you. No points for you. We're all in this video game together. It's literally like Black Mirror, doing the things and getting points for the things that you do. That's how I put it all the time. When you do little extra stuff, right? The clothes get out of the dryer right when they're done drying, a little buzzer buzzes and lets you know that it's ready. And you go directly to the dryer and get your stuff out and fold it up and put it away. You know how many points you get for that? That's how many points you get for that. You lose points when you just leave it in there and just let it sit there for days. And instead of folding it, you go in and get clothes out of it to wear instead of taking the clothes out and folding them. You get extra point. You get points for completing the task. So I have to talk to boys. Like you get points for completing tasks. If you start something, finish it. You get points. So that's how I teach boys who play video games. That's how. But I use it for me as well, right? Where I get extra points. Like if I order, like okay, if I told you I'd be in my own little world, girl. If I order Instacart, instead of them delivering it, me going to pick it up, I get points for going to pick it up. Where are the points being tallied? It don't matter. In the air, girl, whatever. Another star starts to twinkle. Okay, I get another star. Bing, 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 bing. This is a video game. So you get points for completing the task. And then you get rewards, right? When you complete the task. Don't you feel great when you complete a task? Don't you feel good? Yeah, you feel good about yourself. Like, oh, I did it. And then I just did. I did everything I'm supposed to do. Put everything away. Do clean everything. Everything when the kitchen needs to be clean, clean every single thing. This if you get points for all the things you do, you do. That's how I teach little boys. But I adopted in my life as well. So yes. Praying for a predator, no points. You don't get no points today for praying for a predator, girl. That's insane. Actually, you get points taken away. You get points taken away, okay? Okay, let's see what else is happening. All right, Jackie Christie and daughter Chantel Basketball Wives Showdown. Okay, I haven't watched the last episode of Basketball Wives. Cam Newton says his intention was never to create broken homes while expressing support for two-parent homes. That's just not how it worked out.
I just, girl, stop.
Do I really want to hear about what he says? I don't care. Like, you know what? That's like it's a conversation that I feel like is a flat earth argument. Because I feel like whether or not you are encouraging it, if that's your mission, if that's what you think you're getting points for in your game, you get points for trying to promote two-parent households, even though the numbers and stats and things are showing that one attuned parent is better than two out of balance parents, right? And a toxic. We know that there are thousands of different family dynamics and how some are and some aren't good for and beneficial for. And no matter how you make up your family dynamic, it is not going to be 100% perfect for the people who are in your community with you. It doesn't work for everybody. So I think we have to understand that a lot of it doesn't work for everybody because it's what people are trying to do based on something that they've been taught, even though we can see for a large majority of people who participate in some of these structures that it's kind of flawed. It's not kind of, it is extremely flawed. And the approach to these types of relationships is also extremely flawed. The idea of doing something forever instead of actually saying, hey, if we have a 10-year or 15-year, time together or experience together, that is just as good. It's better to have 10 good years than to be trying to do 30 years and then have 10 years of stress and strife. You understand what I'm saying? It's like I think the whole way that it's marketed, the way that it's approached and encouraged, when we have data and data and data and data to show you that no matter what, you can't refer to a home with just a solo parent as broken. That parent can be a solo parent for a variety of reasons. I just saw a man and his adopted son. He is a solo parent. His home is not broken, right? And his adopted son. We People's partners die. Is that a broken home because the woman is a widow now? Y'all, you have this idea that you want to stigmatize being a solo parent because it allows you to kind of blame women for taking on the responsibility of raising children. Does everybody get it right? No, a lot of people don't get it right. Why in the fuck are we the way that we are? Because our caregivers didn't get it all the way right. Nobody gets it all the way right. But the truth is, we know that based on even your own experience and watching people around you, that whether there is one parent, two parent, four people, multi-generational, it depends on the caregivers, mental, physical, financial. It depends on the caregiver. It depends on the caregiver. Okay. Or when you decide that, oh, these people are turning out this way, in Cam Newton's example, Cam Newton comes from a two-parent home. His idea of a home being broken is a man not being there. Well, obviously, what did you learn? Like I said, the only way that I'm going to believe that Cam Newton didn't learn from his father, like, you learned how to be in relationship from your mother and father, and that's why your relationships look that way. I don't think, see, and then there's the performance of having this respect for a long suffering mother, when actually the boys become resentful when they see what kind of disrespect their mother endured and allowed, right? On one end, you're praising her for being a ride or die, do or die. All the fucking mattresses are on her back. She's carrying the load. She's dealing with your father's infidelities and taking him back and being the wife, the quiet wife sitting in the front of the church pew. And then you tell everybody that my mom and dad were an example while you demonstrate something completely different. All the while you have resentment for your mother, because how the fuck would you let some nigga treat you like that? And for what? So now you resent, and now you don't want to create what you saw you and your mama and your daddy doing, but you too chicken shit to say it because you were taught in the Bible to respect your parents, no matter how fucked up they showed you life could be. But you had a two-parent home. That's my point. Is we have to get away from acting like a two-parent home is the best and optimum thing for a child. It is not. The optimum thing for a child is an attuned caregiver. Period. That's the optimum place for a child. An attuned caregiver who's going to be attuned to the child's needs, who is going to allow the child to express themselves the way they see fit, as long as it's safe for everybody, including them. They are not going to feed their fears into their child. They're not going to imprint them with the same bullshit that they didn't like the way that their parents raised them. Right. And it's just a roundabout way to blame people for taking responsibility for taking care of their children without another person being there. But the numbers show, and we can see the studies, that yes, two parent, more than one adult. I always say more than one adult. I think it's the best thing to have a community. But again, you were taught to develop nuclear families that took the woman away from her community, right? It's just me and you, girl, against the world. And now you isolate it with some weirdo. And then the rest of the data shows that the closer you get to those weirdos, the more dangerous they are to you. Okay. Right. So it's a lot of things and a lot of ways that we are participating in systems that we have to see, like, oh, it might not be the optimum way to actually raise children, because we see a lot of people that come from two parent homes and they share the stories about how they wish their parents would have got a divorce. I wish I would have grew up in a home. I would have rather my father not been there than to be sitting there doing like a fucking vacuum cleaner, just sitting there doing nothing, and you only comes on when you actually plug him in and turn him on, and then he'll do a couple swipes across the floor, and then you sit him back up. And then the crazy part is, where do people learn these behaviors? Because my thing is, if you saw somebody do it and you didn't like it, that's why I heard somebody say that a lot of people don't remember their childhood. And I think a lot of people don't remember their childhood because it might have been a little traumatic, but in forgetting your childhood, you become an adult who aren't compassionate to children. It's almost like you forgot what it's like to be a child, or you didn't like being a child so much that you actually hate other children. Like, there's a lot of different reasons why people feel like the way that they do. But when you say, "Oh, I forgot what it was like to be a child," I feel like that shows up in the way that you talk about children, the way that people are so they like people care, like they act like they care. They use their children as scapegoats, right? Don't talk about my child. And it's really talking about how fucked up you are as a parent. And I always say it, when somebody scapegoats their child, when you're talking about their parenting and they scapegoat their child and act like you're talking about their child, and so they want to get mad at you talking about their child, that that action, they're showing exactly why they're a fucked up parent, because you're scapegoating your child. When we're talking about you pushing your child to the front and be like, "Oh, you're talking about my child, you're talking about my child." No, we're talking about what a fucked up parent you are. And the fact that you just scapegoated your child proves and confirms what a fucked up parent you are. Thank you. I don't think people realize the things that's why I'm saying I just sit there and I just watch people. And I'm just watching. I just watch people. You forgot what it was like to be a child because a lot of people's parents, caregivers, weren't attuned to them. They might have had a two-parent household, but doesn't mean their father was connected to them, right? Because we are living under a system where men are rewarded as long as he's a protector and a provider. But then you have mixed messages coming from everywhere and people ignoring those messages. That's what I'm saying. There are systems that you don't have to participate in. And if you were not trying to mimic what you saw on television, thinking that that is the way that things need to be modeled, then you're like, "Oh, okay, I can live my life like this. I can actually have a child on my own if I want a child on my own." I'm not going to let anybody make me feel bad for choosing myself. Nobody thinks about, "Oh, the women are single not because they don't want their children to have a father, is because they're not in alignment with the father." So whatever, I'm single because I don't want to be in relationship with the man. So I'm trying to figure out, how the hell does that have anything to do with the child and their father? That don't have shit to do with me. But y'all figure out a way, when all else fails in a patriarchy, blame a woman, blame her for everything. Just like what happened with Bow Wow and his daughter. He was on the red carpet with the little girl. She had a cutout in her clothes. Guess who got attacked? Not Bow Wow. The daughter and her mother, who wasn't even there. Daddy sitting right there. Everybody's like, "Get him out the way. Let's talk shit to the mama and the daughter." Not Bow Wow. When all else fails, blame a woman. The motherfucking daddy was sitting right there. The daddy was sitting right there. How the fuck he let his daughter come out with a goddamn cutout in her clothes? And she's what, 11, 12? I don't give a damn. 14, I don't give a damn. She shouldn't be on the damn red carpet with some goddamn cutouts of her skin showing, especially her skin around her leg and her growing area. No, we're not playing those games. Are you crazy? But guess who they attacked? They attacked the child, right? Because y'all care so much about children, right? You attack the child, and then you move the dad out the way and attack the mother who wasn't even around the child. To me, that's just a it just a front. When I watch stuff like that, it just affirms to me, like, oh, the system is in play at all times. People don't even realize the small things somehow, some way. And then what it is y'all make an excuse for the man. Oh, they don't pay attention to details. He didn't know because he didn't know. I bet you if he was styled and they put a hole where his dick was, he would know not to fucking come out on stage with it. Would he? He would know, oh, I need to cover this up. So I don't want to hear an excuse that he don't know fashion and men don't understand fashion when all the fucking fashion y'all got going on was been curated by a motherfucking man. So I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, he doesn't know, the man doesn't know, they don't pay close attention to detail. Shut up. If they don't pay close attention to detail, how the fuck are they visual creatures at the same time? Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Should I go now? I think I should go. Cam Newton says his intention was never to create broken homes while expressing support for two-parent households. That's just not how it worked out. Let's just hear what he said. I said all that, and because I don't really want to hear what he has to say, because at the end of the day, you are encouraging something that you experience, but yet you could not replicate, and you're not being honest about why you chose not to replicate it. I'm telling you that I'm as much as you claim that, oh, my mom, she's married, they've been married for 35 years, and my mom this, you also resent your mom because you're like, why the fuck? And then the men be resenting y'all. I think men resent when men know they ain't shit, and they know we live in a system where ancient niggas they're able to have access to women because women just give men chances. But I think a lot of men know when they ain't shit and they take it out on you. Like, they're resentful, like, why would you fucking pick me? I know I'm an ain't shit nigga. Why the fuck did you pick me? So now they like take it out on you for picking them. Like they know that they should not have been picked. The patriarchy gives them access to you that they don't deserve, and so they know they don't deserve it, and so they're resentful and they're mad. I'm not talking about just like the academics and the can I get a hug niggas who have money, and so women are, gold diggers or whatever. Men who do understand and know that they should not have been picked, and that no matter whether they have gold or not, they know they ain't shit. They resent you for it. That's what I was trying to say. I've had the experience. I'm sure somebody else in the comments has had the experience. Somebody else can say, yes, I was with a man and I had a feeling he knew I shouldn't have been with his ass. So he punished me for picking him. I don't think we talk about that enough. Do the girls talk about that? Maybe I'm just not in the streets like that. Do the girls talk about being punished because the man know he ain't shit, and why the fuck would you pick him? Girl, I gotta go. We might have to expound on that. Maybe y'all can tell me if the girls are talking about it. I don't be in the streets like that. But let me know. Take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. I don't even want to hear what he has to say. Do y'all want to hear what Cam Newton has to say? I guess. Okay, let's listen. Hold on.
The real question?
Please. Go there.
Okay. Well, I did see that your significant other now is having
another
one.
Mm-hmm. Children do deserve a two-parent household. The reality is that's just not how it worked out. Now, the guilt in me feels that
you have a guilt.
When you hear it, there can be a guilt that happens. It's like you create broken homes. I can't do nothing about that now. But what I can do is try to make my wrongs right. Mm-hmm. I do that by showing up constantly. I have certain things that I do with my children specifically that's our thing.
But what about now in having new kids and creating, is that a goal of yours? And you don't have to answer to anybody.
No, ask the question that you're asking.
You want me to ask you a real question?
Please.
A household should be.
I think there should be a male presence and a female presence in each household, because there are certain things that a man or a female should only or can learn specifically from a man.
Yeah.
And then there are certain things that can only be taught from a female.
When I said I was doing this show and I came
I do not agree with that.
All the women that I know was like, oh, you need to ask him. Oh, yes, thank God you going on there. You need to talk to him.
But in retrospect, not a lot of women, I would say Dr. Bryant, She
That was
probably,
intense, right?
it was, but it was a lot of me.
Okay.
And
it's not a me for somebody who doesn't reside in a relationship.
I just hold a lot of relationship consultants to a standard where, like, how you gonna tell me about a relationship and you're not in a
household should be?
And then you forget that everything is a relationship. Like her and him having a conversation, right? That they're in a relationship. For as long as that conversation is happening, they are in relationship. How you relate to someone doesn't matter, from your parental, familial, romantic, professional, your personal, your own relationship with yourself, with your children, with your there. It's the same. It is the same. It is the same. Those are relationships. Relationships. The fact that we put so much stock in romantic, intimate partnerships, and when I look at these intimate partner violence rates, it's insane. That's telling me that the way that we're approaching relationships in that way, something is extremely skewed, something is extremely flawed, and love has nothing to do with it. It doesn't. So I would rather children see their parents in harmony rather than watch whatever Jasmine Booty Hole Brown got going over there with Cam Newton. I wouldn't want my daughter to see me deny myself, reject myself, betray myself for a man. So if you're doing that, your daughter's just watching you. That's why we say free PJ, because they absorb it. If nobody intercepts, then it will repeat itself in some way, shape, or form. It will. So do you want your children to see you in an unhappy relationship just so they can have a two-parent home? And then you act like that's some sacrifice. Don't sacrifice your happiness for your children, because that time is going to go. They're going to grow up, they're going to go be happy, and you're going to have all these years of unhappiness because you stayed for the children. Now they're off being happy and you've wasted all these years. Now you're going to wait, and then they're going to go off to school, go off wherever, and now you're waiting now. Oh, now I can be happy, now I can leave this man or whatever, leave this relationship, and now I can be happy. Girl, please. I think the children develop better watching happy parents, happy caregivers, happy, healthy, mentally healthy, physically healthy. I think they thrive better on that. These trying to get people to be in two-parent households and stuff like that, that it's all it depends on the parents. Don't let people shame you for being a solo parent or a single mother, a woman not in a relationship with a child. That's all it is. You're not in a relationship and you have a child. How many people do you know? Thousands of people who have children and they're not in relationships. You're a single father, you have children, and you're not in a relationship. You're a single father. Oh, they don't stay with you? You still a single father. You're a father, right? And you're not in a relationship? Oh, okay. So you're a single father. Right. Okay. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Okay, now I'm gonna go. Take care of each other, protect your energy. Peace.